Good afternoon, everyone. It is time for week 10 of episode Revenant. How are you all doing? Hope you guys enjoyed the last couple weeks with Iron Banner, but it is time for the Dawning. So if you would like to check it out, you can feel free to come over by my Twitch channel later on this evening, where I'll be streaming the entirety of the event that we can do. For those new to this series, I go over all the weekly rotators as well as the Bright Dust offerings in Eververse. So if you'd like to keep an update on what goes on Destiny, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. But enough of that, let's go ahead and dive into our rotators, shall we? So off the bat with our Vanguard playlist for our weekly GM, it is the Birthplace of the Vile, with the weapon being the Scintillion Linear Fusion. Your champions for this one will be Unstoppable and Overload, so make sure you're prepared for those. And also don't forget the catch-up is available, so make sure if you haven't completed Garrett Masters, great time to do that. Alright, over in Crucible, we have Team Scorched and Hardware Supremacy this week. It is also, for those interested in trying to, get it completed, it is double Crucible drops. So if you're trying to get some certain rolls on various weapons, great week to do that. Alright, over for our raids. First off, on the Moon, we have the Garden of Salvation raid as one of our pinnacle raids. So if you haven't completed that, gotten Divinity, or acquired any of the new red border weapons to be crafted, this is a great week to do that. Also, while we're here, is the Pit of Heresy dungeon this week. So if you want to complete a quick and easy solo dungeon, good time to do it. Over in the Legends tab, the other raid this week is King's Fall. So if you're trying to still get Touch of Malice or any of the credible weapons from the King's Fall raid, good time to do that. And then our weekly exotic mission is the Node Overload Avalon for the Excalibur. So if you're trying to get that completed or get any of the catalysts for it, good time to do that. Then our last raid, our last dungeon, is over here in the Throne World, over on Spire of the Watcher. So if you're trying to get Hierarchy of Needs or the catalyst for it, make sure you dive in and get it done this week. Alright, over in the Pale Heart, our weekly match rate overthrows up here in Impasse. So if you're trying to get a roll on Ergo Sum, good time to do that, as well as any potential rolls on your exotic class item. And then our weekly narrative mission, co-op mission, is the Ascent. And don't forget, you'll need at least one more fire team member with you, so you can shoot the front and back of certain enemies, as well as shoot 2 nodes in various parts of rooms to advance through that. Alright. Lastly, over on Neptune, over in Zephyr Concourse is our Terminal Overload. So if you're trying to get stuff from that activity, that's a good time to do it. And then our daily Vex Incursion Zone currently is down here in Liming Harbor. So if you're still trying to get some exotic gear from that, there's where you can find it. Alright. That is it for our rotators. Oh, my apologies. One last thing. The weekly Ascendant Challenge is the Keep of Honed Edges over in Harbor to Seclude. And then our weekly Lost Sector rotation is the Broken Deep in the Pale Heart, the Blooming Deep on Wednesday, then it'll be the Forgotten Deep on Thursday. Then over in the Throne World, beginning Friday, will be the Extraction Lost Sector, followed by Spelunker on Saturday, and Metamorphosis on Sunday. And then lastly, on Monday, over on the Moon, will be K1 Revelation. So if any of those you need to get done with your expert or higher difficulty stuff to get the exotic world drops or the seasonal challenges done, there is your rotation. Alright, now let's go ahead and dive into our seasonal challenges, shall we? So beginning first up, for week 10, we have Taking All Challengers, complete Onslaught Salvation on expert difficulty. Near Orbit, create Orbits of Power in episode of Revenant activities, 200. Trial by Firing Squad, win multiple rounds of Trials of Osiris, only 20. And then lastly, Mid-Range Calibration, calibrate mid-range weapons, hand cannons, glaives, auto rifles, fusion rifles, and machine guns. Bonus progress is granted for defeating Guardians. And those are all our 4 challenges for this week. Alright, real quick before we dive into the Eververse store, since there's a minor issue with our dawning challenges currently, let me go ahead and pull up and show you what our various challenges will be for the event. Alright, so first off we have the Adept Baker. Bake each of the cookies in the dawning oven. There's 13 types. Amateur Baker. Bake each of the cookies in the dawning oven. 6. Bake Extravaganza. Bake cookies in the dawning oven. So you have to do 50 of them. Competitive Spirit. Complete Crucible or Gambit matches. Only 10. Dawn of the Dawning. Complete the Dawning Introduction Quest. Bake a cookie and give a gift to Zavala. Deep Freeze. Defeat combatants with or guardians with stasis weapons or abilities. So 800. If you've gotten the new auto rifle or the ritual playlist auto rifle, this is a good way to clear that out. Expert Baker. Bake each of the cookies in the dawning oven. Ice cold combat. Defeat guardians with snowballs anywhere in the soul system. Shopping spree. Purchase all 12 of dawning upgrades from Eva with Dawning Spirit. Snow melt. Defeat combatants or guardians with solar weapons or abilities. Snowstruck. Spawn snowballs by defeating combatants with weapons or abilities in valid activities. Starbaker. Complete the event challenges during the dawning. Progress resets at the end of the event. They call it Snow. Defeat combatants or guardians with void weapons or abilities. Thunder Snow. Defeat combatants or guardians with arc weapons. Vanguard Eternity. Complete Vanguard Ops or Dares of Eternity activities. Only 6. And then lastly, Yarn Maker. Defeat combatants or guardians with Strand. And that is all the challenges for the Dawning event. Alright. Now lastly, let's go ahead and dive into the Eververse, check out all the brightest offerings for the week. So let's go ahead and check that out, shall we? Alright, first up on the front page, we have the Struggle Skate emotes. We have the Shaky Skating emote. The Howling Blizzard Transmat effect. The Dawning Festiveness shader. And the Align Shock shader. Alright, next up on the Bright Dust page, we have the Ice Carving emote. We have the Snowball Toss emote. The Cocoa Shell emote. Ghost Shell. My apologies. The Dawning Lights ship. The Polar Prancer Sparrow. The Frostborn Weapon Ornament for Black Talon. And the Great Pigeon Projection. Alright, next up we have the Dawning Hope shader. The Dawning Warmth shader. Dawning, so we're going over that one. The Outline Shock one, shader. Is also on the first page. We then have the Snowy Entrance transmat effect. The Piled High transmat effect. And lastly, the Peppermint Burst transmat effect. Alright. That is it for our Week 10 and beginning of the Dawning event for Destiny 2. So, hope all have a wonderful week. Don't forget, I'll be live this evening over on Twitch, playing through the Dawning and grinding out what we can. So, hope to see you all there. In the meantime, have a wonderful week, and I will see you in this video, everybody. Goodbye.